Okay, the Zayin Amud Aleph, 4 lines down from the top. Sava Rabbi Eliezer. Good? Now, in the previous daf, we brought a brisa that we'd said a couple opinions. Safek mashkin li tameh tameh. If you have a suffix on a liquid, if it became tameh, meaning a person whose tameh came in the house, you're in suffix if you ended up touching it or not. So you're going to say it's tameh. Li tameh acherim tau divrei Rabbi Meir. But to be metameh other people, we're going to say it's tau. That's according to Rabbi Meir's opinion. Now, today's daf we're going to be focusing on this specific opinion. V'chen haya Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Elazar Omer kedvarav. Rabbi Elazar used to say according to Rabbi Meir's opinion. Now we're going to explain what do you mean that he held like Rabbi Meir's opinion. Rabbi Yehuda Omer lechol tameh. For it's going to be tameh all the way. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi Shimon omrim leochlin tmehin. For foods it's going to be tameh. Lekelim torim, but for kelim it's going to be tau. Now, the Gemara asks a question. V'sava Rabbi Eliezer mashkin itlo tuma ba'olam. Does Rabbi Eliezer really hold that mashkin have a tuma in the world at all? Like that they're going to be matame at all? V'atanya, we see a state brisa. Rabbi Eliezer omer en tuma le mashkin kol ikar. According to Rabbi Eliezer, there's not tumat mashkin kol ikar. And when we said earlier, Rabbi Eliezer omer kidvarav, like Rabbi Meir, right? When you have a case of safek mashkin, it is going to be tameh. But we see a state brisa that shows you differently that according to Rabbi Eliezer, it's never going to be metameh. Teida, I don't know how to say Teida in English, but like Teida, it's like bring a point. Sharei Yossi ben Yoezer each tzrida. Rabbi Yossi, some say, sorry, this is Yosef. It says here. Some people say that it's Rabbi Yossi ben Yoezer. Each tzrida. Al-Ail Kamtza. Ail Kamtza is talking about a grasshopper. Dechan. They were saying that it's kosher. Dechan means that it's kosher. Al-Ail Kamtza Dechan. So we're saying that this specific, we're just bringing a brisa now, so we're bringing rayas. It has nothing to do with our sugya, this specific one. So we're saying that he was me'id, that this grasshopper is kosher. Ve'al mashkin Bet midbachai dechan, on liquids that come from the slaughterhouse, right, where they chopped up the animals. Over there, we're saying that those liquids cannot make what's it called? Cannot make other people tameh. Can't make tuma. Can't bring tuma. So we see another raya here. That these mashkim are not going to make tuma, just like how Rabbi Eliezer said. So the Gemara says, right, you have the question, Anicha lishmuel damar dechan. This brisa is fitting according to Shmuel. Damar dechan meletame tumat acherim. Aval tumat atzman yesh lahen shapir. According to that, right, you have according to this opinion, according to Shmuel, nachon, that you say that it is metame tumat ochalin. Sorry, it can't be metame other people, but for it itself to be tameh, it could be tameh. So according to this opinion, you could ask a question on Rabbi Eliezer. Okay? Ela le Rav, but according to Rav, de'amar dachan mamish ma'ikale meimar. But according to Rav, who says that it can't be metame at all, so what are you going to say according to his opinion? You don't have a shaila because you see a state raya, right? Because we want to ask a shaila on Rabbi Eliezer now. Now, according to Rav's opinion, we can't ask a shaila on Rabbi Eliezer because you see over here that there's no stira. So Amar Menachem bar Yitzchak achada. Really, when Rabbi Eliezer says kedvarav, like according to Rabbi Meir's opinion, achada, he only held on one of the things that he says, not everything, which is here, if you see Rashi, when Rabbi Meir says letam echerim taor, nachon? When Rabbi Meir said that, that's what Rabbi Eliezer said kedvarav. Not for the fact that we said safek mashkin li tameh tameh. Good? You got that 100%?
So you said he was referring to one thing. The kedvarav was what? He's trying to refer to the other things?
No, when Rabbi Eliezer says kedvarav of Rabbi Meir, right? Now Rabbi Meir said two things.
Okay, gotcha.
He says letam, right? Safek tameh, safek mashkin li tameh tameh, nachon? Letameh acherin taor. So Rabbi Eliezer says kedvarav, according to Rabbi Meir, only on the second part, letameh acherim taor, not for safek tameh, safek mashkin li tameh tameh. Good?
Yeah.
Because then you have a question on Rabbi Eliezer, nachon? Because Rabbi Eliezer doesn't hold of Tameh Mashkin at all. So now the Gemara asks a question: Veha kedvarav kamar de nefishi. Rabbi Eliezer said kedvarav. So the Gemara is explaining when you say kedvarav, like Rabbi Meir, you hold of multiple things that he says, not one specific thing. So the answer you just gave me is not good. Ve'od, and not just that, veha vechen ktani. Over there it says, vechen aya Rabbi Eliezer omer kedvarav, right? So, mashma, he held like everything that Rabbi Meir held like. So you have a question on Rabbi Eliezer. So the Gemara ends up ending with Kashya. When Eliyahu Navi is going to come here, we're going to have to answer B'ezrat Hashem. Now, Gufa. Now we're going to summarize. Rav Amar Dachan Mamish. Rav says mashkin cannot be metame at all whatsoever. B'Shmuel Amar Dachan meletame tumat acherim. It can't be metame acherim, aval tumat atzman yesh lahem. But to be metame themselves, they could be metame themselves. Rav Amar Dachan Mamish. Now we're going to explain Rav's opinion. Why was Rav's opinion that way? Rav Amar Dachan Mamish kasavar tumat mashkin derabanan. He held that tumat mashkin, to be metamim liquids, is the rabbanan. V'chi gazru rabbanan b'mashkin be'alma. When rabbanan was gozer on tumat mashkin is on regular liquids. V'b'mashkin bet midbachai lo gazru. But the liquids that come from the slaughterhouse, on those they were not gozer. Right, in the case that we brought earlier, mashkin bet midbachai. We were talking about mashkin that came from a slaughterhouse. Right, so Rav agrees that tumat mashkin is on regular liquids, but not on mashkin that come from the bet midbachai. V'Shmuel amar dachan miletam acherim. Aval tumat atzman yesh lahem. Right, that was Shmuel's opinion. Why was this his opinion? Kasavar, because he held that tumat mashkin atzman deoraisa. He held that they are deoraisa. Letame acherim derabanan. But to be metame other people, it's derabanan. So when he says for them to be metame acherim, nachon, that it doesn't work. He was talking about deoraisa. But he would agree in the Rabbanan that it is metam. V'chi gazu Rabbanan b'mashkin, when Rabbanan made the gzera on liquids, de alma, they made the gzera on regular mashkin, but not bet midvachai lo gazu. But on bet midvachai, the liquids that come from the slaughterhouse, they weren't goizer on that. V'chi lo gazu Rabbanan letamu acherim. But and when Rabbanan and when Rabbanan weren't goizer on bet midbachai, right? That's legabe letame acherim. Aval tumat atzman yesh lahem. But on regular, but to be metame themselves, they were goizer. Okay, so that was Rav's opinion, and that was Rabbi Eliezer's opinion. Good. That's the reasons why they held the way that they held. You understand that part?
Yeah.
Okay. Amar le Ravuna bar Chananya. Ravuna said, Amar le Ravuna bar Chananya lebrei. Ravuna, the son of Chananya, said to his son, Ki al de kameh de Rav, when you go up to Rav, the Rav Papa, go ask the Rav Papa, Ramile, ask him, Mi amar Shmuel, did Shmuel really say, Dechan meletame tumat acherim, that it's not going to be metame acherim, aval tumat asman yesh lahem, but to be metame itself, it could be metame itself. We didn't need him to say that. Why? Karikan v'abasar asher hika b'chol tame lo yachel. We see from this.
You touch something too much, can't you?
We see over here that really they could be metame acherim. Because look what we say, v'abasar asher higa b'chol tameh lo yachel. Any basar that touches any type of tameh, you can't eat it. So mashma, we understand that it could be metame acherim. So how could Shmuel say that it's not metame acherim, right? So the Gemara says, Amar Rav Shisha Brei de Rav Idi. Rav Shisha, son of Rav Idi, says, Midi de have Arvi bekodesh. Over there, it's talking about right? We have Av, Rishon, Sheni, Shlishi, and Revi. So really, over there, we're talking about a case of a Revi in this pasuk. This pasuk, a Revi, can be metame acherim. Right? The last step is from 3 to 4. There's no 5.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying. That the case in the pasuk is talking about a Revi, that it can be metame acherim. So you don't have a raya against Shmuel. You understand? It's talking about those, they are tamid themselves, but not that they can be metame acherim. So now the Gemara has asked a question. Matkif la Ravashi, Revi bekodesh lo ikri tameh. Okay, no problem. But Revi itself, we're not going to say that it's tameh. Sorry, no. Matkif la Ravashi, Revi bekodesh lo ikri tameh. Revi bekodesh is not considered tameh. We call it pasul, right? So we just tried to explain that what the pasuk was talking about was a Revi bekodesh, and therefore it can't be metame acherim. But look at the words of the pasuk: "Ve'abasar asher iga bechol tameh lo yachel." The word says tameh. Tameh doesn't apply to Revi bekodesh, so mashmei could be metame acherim. You understand? So you still have the question on Shmuel. Hi, ikri tame. We see over here it's called tame, right? I just explained before the answer of the Gemara. Hi, ikri tame, right? So we end up staying with a kasha. We have a shaila on Shmuel. If you don't understand his opinion, how could you say that it's not going to be metame acherim? Good?
Yeah.
Now, Tashma. Now we're going to ask a shaila on Rav. Now, v'chol ha'mashkeh asher ishteh b'chol kli itameh. Any liquid asher ishteh b'chol kli tameh, that's going to be drank from the kli, is going to be tameh. So now you have a question on Rav. How could you say that mashkin is not tameh at all? So mai tameh. What does it when the pasuk says that it's going to be itameh? What does it mean? Hechshir. Mai itameh hechshir. It's going to make it right. Why do we need to do, for example, you know how, right? Sorry, I should put this. Why, right when you have grapes, and they're wet, you can't touch them. Why? Because you have tameh in your hands. And when you have tameh, your hands are tameh. If you touch the grapes, it's going to pass on to the grapes.
So what? That's ikshir
So Hechshir is what? Is the liquid.
from the grapes.
Yeah. Just because there's liquids on top of the grapes doesn't say that it's tameh. Rather, it's making it capable to become tameh. That's what we're saying. According to Rav, he still says that it doesn't actually technically make it tummy. It's making it capable to be mekabel toma. You understand? So that's what it means. So you want to say hichshir. You want to say that we learn from that part of the pasuk that is being machshir, making it, giving it the ability to be mekabel toma. We already understand it from the beginning of the pasuk. Look at pasuk base. Mikol kli cheres asher yipol mehem. See that? El tocho kol asher betocho yitameh oto tizveru. Sorry, look at this. Mikol haochel asher yachel asher yavo alav maim yitameh. Any food that water comes on it, it's going to be metameh. So we already understood to be machshir, meaning to give it the capability of becoming, to able to be mekabel toma, or to be tameh. We already know it from the beginning of the pasuk. So why are you trying to explain it to me from the continuation of the pasuk, which says v'chol hamashkeh asher yishteh b'chol kli tameh? Right? We already understood it from the beginning of the pasuk. You understood that question?
Yeah.
So the Gemara says, no, really, you need both cases. Why? Chad betlushin, chad b'mechubarim. You have a case where you have liquids in a cup, or you have a case where you have liquids that's on the ground. So tlushin is talush, detached. So if you have water that's detached from the ground, right? So over there, so there's two cases in the pasuk, right? We say that we have two cases that we can understand that it's going to be machshir tuma, right? To make it capable to be able to receive tuma. So really you need the two cases. Why? Because one is betlushin v'chad b'mechubarim v'tzrichi, and we do need it. Why? De'iyashmein and betlushin. If you only tell me the case of tlushin that is detached, mishum dechsheviu. When you detach water from the ground and you put it in your cup, right? You have a chashiva to it. How do you say chashiva? Like you're making it. How do you say English? Chashiv. You're making it more chashuv to you. Like
Important to you.
you're recognizing the fact of it. So therefore, it could be metabel tuma. Aval mechubarim eimalo. But maybe a case where it's connected to the ground, right? You have water in a lake, you don't care about it. So if you don't have a chashiva for it, right? Maybe it's not going to be able to be machshir. Nachon? You understood that part?
Yeah.
Right? Ve'itan mechubarim. Now let's say we only learned the case of mechubarim, that it was connected to the ground. Mishum dekaimi beduchtayu. Chashivi. Because we left it the way that it is, maybe because it's in the ground and we left it the way that it is and we didn't change anything to it, therefore it's chashuv, right? Aval tlushin eimalo. But maybe when we separate the water from it and we take it out, maybe over there we're going to say that it's not chashuv anymore. Tzrichi. So really we do need the two cases. So you don't have a raya against Rav. Good? Mm-hmm. Now, Tashma. We have a pasuk. Ach main vebo mikve maim yeto. See from this pasuk. We see from this pasuk, look what it says. Ach main vebo makom maim yeto. We just explained, according to Rav, nachon, that tlushin and mechubarin, nachon, they're both, what's it called? They're both are making it machshir to be able to be mekabel tuma, nachon. But we see from this pasuk, look at the words, Ach main vebo mikve main yeto. We see from this pasuk that they're going to be ta'o. So how are you saying that they're going to be machshir? right, to be mekabel tuma. You see from this pasuk that they're ta'or. So what Rav said is not true. So not that it's not true, but we're asking a question on it. So the Gemara says lo. Really, you should say the word lo here, but I don't know why it doesn't say. It says my yetaor. Really, what when the pasuk says the yetaor, what does it mean? Mitumato, from its tuma. V'achi kamar im yavo tameh b'mayim v'vo yetaor u'il v'taval shoavim lo mitaher tahavile. Sorry. Look where Rashi says, V'achi kama. Yeh taor mitumato. See that? Rashi, yeh taor mitumato. It's in the bottom. It's in the bottom. It's like the fourth one. V'achi kama. This is what he says. Im yavo tameh b'ma'ayin. If the tameh is going to go in the lake, v'bo, mikveh, or the mikveh, ma'im yeh taor. The mime is gonna be taor. Oil v'taval, because he did a tvila. Ha shuavin lo metahar elei. But if they were shuavim like sucked out, right? They're not gonna be taor. So you still have a raya for Rav that these waters could also be machshir for tumah. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen v'amen.
It means they can do both, right? Be machshir and